The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak could have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Gun. 20. 20.
Out of the gun, Newton. And he slings one that's incomplete. Curtis Samuel, the intended target. And it's 3rd down.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. The shotgun snap for Newton. And an alley to run. There he goes left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Falcons. So a dangerous pass over the middle into zone coverage, and it hit him hard.
And what's really difficult when you throw it in that direction and versus that zone, that means the linebackers have gotten to their spot, gotten their heads back around, and they can see the quarterback and everything in front of them. And they took big advantage of it, went the other direction, excellent blocking, and picked up a touchdown.
Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. That 7-0 lead of theirs short-lived, as they've now given up 2 straight touchdowns to fall behind by 7.
Yeah, but no cause for discouragement here. Yeah, they've fallen behind, but haven't they proven that they can go down and score? So what was the formula to get them down there the first time? Get back to something close to that, and maybe they can get this game tied up.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
That's very well timed there defensively, because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28.
Gun.
Throwing again. Newton. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Fans do love the long ball, don't they? And he already found his guy once. Tried to give him another chance there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Couldn't connect, but as you alluded to, he does have that touchdown from earlier, trying to keep him in the rhythm. Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. Big loss here as he's taken down.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And the Falcons are set up well to begin their drive, as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
Hey, 25. I got you. Well, let's go.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
Ready, blue 80, 525. Right there, 54 Mike. I got it. Switch. 51, sub. Mike's by 4. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball. 21. Hey, Rick Lance. 21. Jim.
So that'll back them up 5.
Check 99.
They are pushed back 5 yards by the delay of game, 2nd and 8.
54.
Now Ryan going to give it to Freeman. And he's got Roan past the 20. And he takes it down deep into enemy territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
When we talk about Luke Kuechly, you can't talk about his overall game without talking about his intelligence and how he controls the whole defense. He quarterbacks that defense, and at times will actually make checks, just like a quarterback would on offense to get them into the right defense. They definitely were on that play. How about that finish, holding that to a minimal gain?
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on first down and just 1 yard there. This Carolina defense looking to keep him out of the end zone once more. 3rd and goal. Here we go now with Smith. And he gets in. Touchdown, Atlanta. Ito Smith, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. Able to punch it in on 3rd down makes it easier for those guys on the sideline. They didn't have a 4th down decision to make.
Yeah, could you feel the exhale? Because they were already thinking ahead, as all the good coaching staffs do. Anticipating, will we have to make the call? They already had it lined up. Never even got to it.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well, and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Ricardo Allen with a pick. And the return will stop right around the 25. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
Now Ryan. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Kill. Check safety, check. Watch the twist. Rush in, ready, set.
To throw again. Ryan. This is caught. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Let's go, baby.
24 yards. Complete to Calvin Ridley. 1st and goal at the 1-yard line.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Brings up second and goal. At the Panthers.
Second and goal, and the lone man in the backfield is Freeman. They'll give it to him up the middle. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down.
Ready, 280, 280. Check. No. Switch. Watch safety creep.
They'll try and run. Freeman. And he will take it in for a Falcon touchdown. Devontae Freeman. His 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game. And the Falcons push further out in front. Bryant's extra point up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. Still a few inches short of a first down as they come up now on second down.
Come to my world. We want it. Gun. Mike. Express. Get it.
Throwing is Newton. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
The Panthers on 3rd down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is 3rd and 7. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. It's a Carolina first down on a gain of 16. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, Carolina.
Newton. Dancing to his left. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down. So an instance there of Cam being Cam. We know he can use his legs.
And with that big body, it's hard to get him down, even if you get a clear shot on him. Plus, he moves it a lot faster than what people think. And boy, does he have fun playing the game of football.
Mike, check.
From the 50, Newton. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. Curtis Samuel, the one he was looking for. And now it's second down. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 53. Mike, 53. Great. Watch the slip. Express.
Throwing again. Newton. Over the middle, complete. It's Gibson. And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So they are going to call on Dan Bailey here. His career long is 56 yards done in Seattle. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Falcons back to receive. They've got the lead, and they'll get this football as the second half gets underway. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive...
And Freeman lost the football. And it's picked up by the Panthers. So they've got the football, and they'll start right on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. So the defense there, opportunistic.
It's nice to give them credit, isn't it? Because so many times it's more a matter of what the offensive guy didn't do. He didn't secure the ball, didn't cover up. In this case, let's just give credit to where it belongs. Knocked it free, made a big play.
Great. Gun. Express!
45, Mike, 45. Record.
Following the fumble recovery, Newton. And it's knocked away and incomplete. Good coverage that time by the linebacker, Deion Jones. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
On 2nd and 10, Newton. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Panthers use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Bailey got the extra point, and that cuts the lead to 28-14. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
Here's Ryan. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A good pickup there, 21 yards. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And down to the 28-yard line. A big hitter there, a first down gain of 26 yards. So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line.
Hey, Tuesday. Check. Mike 5-4.
Ryan. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Coverage was very good that time. A nice job to smother him as the ball arrived, and that ensured an incomplete pass.
And it keeps 6 points off the board. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Ryan. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. K1 Short able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long, it's Ryan. That's their first time getting to the quarterback. Sack number 1. Under pressure again, and down he goes again.
Brandon, what I remember most about playing with guys who knew how to rush the passer, they would just tell you, just cover people for me, just long enough for me to get there. And that's exactly what happened on that play.
A 49-yard attempt.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And that'll push the lead up to 17. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the urgency a little bit, maybe pump up the pace, maybe go 2-minute. Who knows? Let's see what they decide to do.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards there on the catch and run. On first down, Newton. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down.
Under 10, 10. Kill. Match up. Right.
On first down, it's Newton. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. That's number 4, sack number 4. They had 4 last week, so he's been down on the ground a lot.
Partner, they say the eye in the sky does not lie. And that's indeed the case because they watched the game tape from the previous week, incorporated it into their own defensive scheme, and continued to get after this quarterback.
And now this defense will be searching for sack number 5. To try again after the sack. Newton over the middle and into the hands of his receiver Moore. 17 yards on the play as they try to eat into this 17-point deficit. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Here's Newton. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel with his second touchdown of the game and 5th on the year. And the Panthers are able to cut into this lead. They go for just 1 here as it's up and good. And that will shave 1 more off this lead. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
The Falcons take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They had that first half lead, but they have been shut down here in this third quarter, so time to retool a bit.
And probably need to tap into that emotional vein that gets them back to really playing hard and effectively. Because a lot of times we think it's just play calls and this isn't working and they're shutting them down. Sometimes when you get a lead, you lose your edge. You don't play quite as hard. That's what they're looking for here.
Trying to get that edge back as they've watched this lead shrink a little.
Check. You go take Tuesday.
Check 3.
Gun.
Watch the shot.
Check 15. Check.
On 2nd and 7, Ryan, he's going to air one out. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Here's Ryan to throw. The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. Brian Burns in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Here's Sam Cook now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 36-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's go.
20.
Come on. Check. 53's Mike. Check. 53.
Express.
All right. Here we go. Let's go, D. Let's go.
On 1st and 10, Newton. And he is going to be taken down. And that should be the final play of this 3rd quarter.
31. Panthers 21.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle.
Express.
Here's Newton. That one caught by Gibson. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face 3rd down.
To Shelton Gibson. It's a gain of 8, and it brings up 3rd down.
Ready. Right to the 3.
Mike. Come on, boy. Come on, boy. You better be ready. Don't be scared of it.
Express.
To throw on 3rd down. Newton. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
20.
Sit tight. Alert flare. Alert flare. 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 All right. Let's go. Hey, we got Mike, number 3.
Express.
The Panthers going for it on 4th. Newton. And the pressure gets to him again. And the Panthers turned away on 4th down. And the Falcons will take control of the football in great field position.
54. Mike, 54. Hey, we got to get this stopped.
This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll get it down inside the 20 to the 18-yard line. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that's a pretty good drive starter right there. And I don't know, partner, if you're even thinking about sitting on the ball right now. They may just want to run their regular offense.
In plus territory, and as an offensive coordinator, you don't want your team to go into a shell, do you?
No, you really don't, because as soon as you take your foot off the gas, it's real hard to put it back on and mash it, because once everyone's emotions come down, hard to start them up again. So I think you may want to keep them cranking high right here.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
I know you felt like saying touchdown there, didn't you, partner? That looked like a sure 6 points, but the contact jarred it free.
Got his hands on it, could not hold on through the end of the play. Under 4 to go now as they come up on 2nd down.
20.
To throw again. Ryan. And that'll be hauled in by the tight end. It's Hooper for the Falcon touchdown. Austin Hooper. His first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons push further out in front. And oh, it's no good on the PAT. So they can't add on here. And our score is going to stay right where it is. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they were very fortunate, this offense. They went for it on fourth, turned it over in their own territory, but the other guys held up. They didn't give up any points.
So how about the guy with the #1 headset on the sidelines, the head coach? That was planned going into it, not necessarily to not get the first down or to have the defense have to hold up.
But he trusted his defense.
Trusted his defense very much, and I think that's how he's going to play this game. Go for it. Be aggressive, because I'm getting the wild bunch backing me up over here on my own side.
Well, we'll see what his offense can do. There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. A good-looking drive so far for the Panthers, and a first down here. But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
And look at this. Cam Newton intercepted a 3rd time. Isaiah Oliver with the INT. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Well, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
Another carry for the workhorse tonight, Freeman. A big run there by Freeman, 46 yards. So a big play as it gets him all the way down to the 20 now for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. To throw again on 2nd down. Ryan, and a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. 2-score game here in the 4th, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a 2-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
20.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That one 28 yards on the ground.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's caught inside the 30. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. The previous play, big on the ground. That one big through the air. Things have jumped up quickly.
Certainly appears that whatever their thought process is on the defensive side of the ball, they're one play behind.
Rush coming, and he's taken down. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And he's going to go down again. Tack McKinley in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
I remember throughout my career here in defensive coaches always say, guys, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. Well, they put themselves in a great spot with this big lead, and they know they've got to throw the ball.
These pass rushers have to be salivating. It is pin your ears back time indeed. And the tight end Olsen, right side. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On 4th down, Newton. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Deion Jones. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Again, they'll run with Freeman. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
So time runs out. It's a victory for the Atlanta Falcons, and they were spurred on by a strong performance in that 4th quarter as they held their opponents off the scoreboard.
Everyone wants to pitch a shutout for the entire game, but when you throw one in the 4th quarter, that tells everyone that you're getting stronger and dominance is starting to take over, right? The way that you close, the way that you finish, that gets preached to you from the time you're playing Little League football all the way up through. And they closed them out with a big-time performance down the stretch.
So for Atlanta, they continue to cruise through this first half of the schedule as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign. And they'll get another home date next week as the Packers will come to town. Meanwhile, for Carolina, the loss will drop them to 6-2 now on the year. And they'll try to get back on the beam next week as they'll head to Tampa to take on the Bucs. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.